All right, so additional to making your title slide, which you can see I have an example here and the 4 requirements for it, you are also going to have to compare your location to 6 organelles. We have the nucleus, the cell wall, the lysosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, and vacuole. So as you go through, guys, you're going to compare your location to those 6 organelles. I have chosen a factory for my location. So here's an example of what this slide is going to look like. You can see you have a nucleus labeled already. You're going to compare it to a location in your chosen location you have picked for this project, and there are 2 additional boxes. Looking at my example, you can see first I want you to fill out and describe the definition of that organelle. You can see here it says in the yellow, the nucleus is the membrane-bound organelle that contains genetic information, DNA, and DNA is the instructions for the cell. So you're first going to provide a definition and job description of that organelle. You can see on slide 7 that there are links available to take you to Quizlet. This is going to give you the exact definitions and functions of what those organelles do. You can copy and paste it, but I do want you to change it and put it into your own words. So please put it in your own words. So again, the nucleus is the membrane-bound organelle that contains genetic information and instructions for the cell. Now, the second portion of this this typed description is you're going to compare your location to the nucleus of the cell. Again, my factory is my main location. The control room in the factory is like the nucleus because the control room is in charge of all the factory's activities, just like the nucleus is in charge of the cell. So I'm comparing the control room of my factory to the nucleus. If you chose a school for your topic, you could say that the nucleus is like the principal of the school. Or if you chose the prison for an example, you could say the warden of the prison is in charge of the prison, just like the nucleus is in charge of the cell. Or Disney World, you can say that the Disney World castle is the nucleus because it's the most centrally located part of the park that helps to direct people and where they should go around the park. As long as you describe the definition and function of the nucleus and then compare it to whatever location choice you have, so whatever amenity or point of interest, I want you to at least relate it to the function of that organelle. Just like the control room is just like the nucleus because they both control the factory as well as the cell. You can see on slide 8 that I have given descriptions for each of the organelles. You have 6 of them. The cell wall is like the factory fence. The lysosome is like the janitor. The mitochondria is like the power generator because the mitochondria makes energy. Chloroplast in a plant cell make the food for the plant cell. So where would you get food in a factory? Well, they have a cafeteria in my factory. And the storage room is like a vacuole because it stores the important things of the factory, just like the vacuole holds water, nutrients, and waste. If you were going to do a water park as your location, maybe the large swimming wave pool would be your vacuole because that's what holds all the water, or the drinking fountains of a school. So you can come up with different ideas. Now, the thing about choosing your topic, you guys, you can come up with a real life location. Like you can use Fulton School as your example, and Mrs. Wills can be the nucleus. Or you can come up with your own idea. It can be Mrs. Stefanison's Exciting Science Academy, and I could have a McDonald's in there for my cafeteria because that's what all my students like to eat. Like you can have fun with it. So you can come up with different ideas. On the last slide, on slide 16, there is a rubric explaining this. This is a 75-point project. Your projects or your notebooks are usually only worth 25 points, so this is a larger point project. So please take it seriously. Make sure that you listen and watch these videos for directions and use the examples for fun. Private comment on the project if you need to. Email me. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to be using Wednesday after a review game for a work day, and even after your quiz on Thursday, Friday, you're going to have a work day as well, depending on what class you're in. So let me know if you have any questions. Have fun with the project, you guys.